What's up, Starcraft fans? Last time we did the Haka with, honestly, all the giants. This time we're gonna do Tychus with the Odin. And anything that Vega can mind control that's big. My masteries are Fear Grenade cooldown, doesn't really matter why. Outlaw recent improvement, again, not really that important. The only thing that really matters here is Odin cooldown, so I'll have more Odins available. So map is once again missed opportunities where we have to protect Statman's bots from the enemies. So thank you to Notorious Thief for supporting the mobilization rate here, and Darth, Looseness and Pureness, and Shadow Archon who are supporting me in the Pulse Cannon tier, and thank you to all my supporters on Patreon. So again, Magura map so that we can select the enemy to make it the same across everyone. So let me get this out of the way. Tychus is a great commander. With Tychus, you won't have trouble with most missions, but this mission is about massive ground units, and among those, Tychus only really has the Odin and any massive unit that Vega can mind control. So I'm not really expecting him to do well here, and I don't see something like infested bunkers that he can do. So I just actually kind of played with it, see how far I can get it. Again, won't be great, but it'll work. It'll work. Tychus and the gang can easily clear mutations like this or maps like this. The only thing is how well the Odin itself can do, because again, ground massive units, not the rest of the commander. I want to start by starting this command set over here. I want to harvest a lot of minerals and gas. And to do that, starting a command center early is always good because you get more workers. Instead of one building producing SCVs, you have two. Also started gas. The timing is gas at 1:30 so that you'll have exactly enough when you need it. And then 2 minutes it'll complete. Okay, a bit late. But 2:40, or rather 2:30, you should start your tech structure. This time I believe it will be the fixture safe house so I can get Vega quickly, because Vega is what I will heavily rely on to get massive ground units other than the Odin. So you can see right away, fixture safe house to get myself Vega. Command center is almost complete, and as soon as this bar reaches the end, I will be able to start producing workers out of it. Any second now. So you can see workers are starting. Vega's out. I'll use him to kill these rocks quickly. I use a grenade in the center of this area to damage all 3 rocks at the same time. That'll make it easier for me to break these down. You can see both command centers are producing. That'll give me a lot of minerals. And down it goes. I'll use Tychus to take out this wave over here. Meanwhile, Vega clears out the rocks. Yeah, I'm sure you really need that scope and the sniper rifle to hit the rocks, Vega. Yeah, I'm sure that without the visor, without the scope, you won't be able to hit the rocks. So that's a very difficult target. Meanwhile, Tychus making short work of these zealots. Nexus took a little bit of damage, but it's fine. It's not. It didn't even take damage on its paint job, guys. Clear out these things. Give the harvesting bot. You can see this is the harvesting bot. It will float toward this gas geyser here, or this terrazine geyser, and once it's there, it will start harvesting the gas. So once that happens, it's happening. Once that happens, the enemy will start coming toward it. Try to fight it. I used my control so that the zealots can kind of fight each other instead of me. Just walking them around so Vega can get free shots. That's fine. Getting another gas here. So Really important, I wanted to get that Colossus and get over to my side so I can have a ground massive unit other than the Colossus to get some points for Tychus. Let it be known. Let it be known that I tried to help Tychus' numbers. I didn't just go through with it like a normal game, because that wouldn't be fair. I tried really hard for the other commanders. I should also try hard similarly for Tychus. So this Colossus will be trying its very best to gather damage and kills for Team Tychus. I even got him a friend here. This Energizer, or this Sentry, will help heal shields on this Colossus. Just deal all that damage. Oh, don't lose Tychus. That'll be a little annoying if we lose Tychus. 20 health remaining. My goodness, he was basically dead. Alright. Next outlaw will be Nikara to heal up my dudes. Keep them alive. Meanwhile, worker production still ongoing. Also, I have started +1 attack so that my outlaws can deal more damage. In hindsight, probably should have gone for armor so that I can use them to tank more, but what can you do? Alright. Got Nikara healing up the Colossus. The Sentry ran out of energy. Just kind of slinked on over forward.
Bots are on their way, commanders. Please keep the little guys out of trouble.
This guy has 14 kills. He's not doing bad for himself. That's gonna help out, but the Odin will be ready in a couple minutes. So that will help out, or actually that will start. That will start doing stuff, you know. Vega and Tychus doing a great job soaking hits for this Colossus, which is now 21 kills, which is fantastic. 21. That's nothing to scoff at. In hindsight, I probably could have done better by controlling these zealots. I just don't want to have to split them off at the score screen. But regardless, Colossus is now to 24 kills. Oh, it's just barely gonna die. That is unfortunate. I tried saving it. I did. It just didn't want to be saved. Or rather, that Zealot was like, no, you will not be saved. Got a bunch of dudes here.
The bots are returning to me now.
I lifted them up to make sure they don't die. I actually might control this Archon, because the Archon is also a massive unit, a ground massive unit, and that will help me try to... Yeah, that got a kill for me. Nice. A kill is a kill, guys.
Companies coming to our base, and they do not look too
Here come the enemy. Okay. Woo! That's a lot of damage. That is several tons of damage. Whack this thing down. Odin ready to do some work. I have sent this SCV here so that I can teleport right here, so I don't have to waste time walking all the way back. Speaking of, I also set another SCV here so I can teleport to that point. The Odin does more damage to ground, so I'm actually having it focus on ground buildings now. Ground force and buildings, to make sure that it gets as much damage as possible. Yeah, look at that. It kind of loses a bar. The bones lose a bar of health every time it gets shot at by the Odin. So that's great. Meanwhile, Rattlesnake over here, getting ready to heal also. Odin getting a revitalizer from Rattlesnake will help him stay alive for longer. Whew. My goodness. That's a lot of damage. My goodness. That's tremendous damage. Sending Rattlesnake, Vega, and Nikara to take out this camp. Meanwhile, Tychus It's getting ready to intercept. And just waiting for this Odin to be available once again, so I can deploy it to make the enemy not a thing. Just look at the Odin deal all its damage, my goodness. Once again, 8 kills. It resets every time. This Odin is up to 10. I didn't lose the Odin, by the way. I never lose the Odin. It just kind of times out. So I won't count that as a lost unit. I won't count that against its survivability. That would be fair to it. Ooh, my goodness. Odin deals tremendous damage against these ground forces. Although I kind of need to walk back here. Make sure that it's dealing damage. Yeah, I kind of have to manually control it to make sure it's targeting the groups of units. 41. This Odin is at 41, 45, 47, 50. This Odin is dealing a lot of damage. Very nice. Now getting ready to fight this set. Ooh, kind of veered off course a little bit. Vega walking up here, trying to bait more guys into the Odin. Oh, that's a great shot by the Odin. Took out many of those things. A stalker. Smoked a stalker, literally. Okay, walking up here. Mind controlled by Vega. So I once again have a Colossus ready to fight for Team Tychus. There's also a Reaver back here. I want to get that Reaver. Just airlift it right out so I can help deal damage. Colossus only has 1 kill so far, but we'll get that up. Not to worry. That's up to 2. See, I told you. Just do not worry. Oh no! Oh, that was barely. That was clutch. That was a clutch save on that Colossus right there. Because of that, it's up to 3 kills and counting. Be ready. Gonna drop an Odin on top of that. Smash. Make sure the Colossus and the Reaver stay behind so that they don't get killed. Meanwhile, the Odin just sits in front, deals and receives damage because it has several thousand points of health. My goodness. Well, 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 well. Moving up here. Mind control that Reaver. So I have even more stuff. That's Ground Massive. Cannonball gonna fight over there. Airlift to the front to get him closer to the action. Reaver doing a lot of damage. Colossus has 6. Other Colossus also has 6. That was a quick catch up. Gonna clean up this side now. Yeah, let's clean these guys out. Make these things not a thing. Reavers doing tremendous damage. Oh, another thing's 21 kills. My goodness. Oh, the Colossus. It was momentarily losing health. But Vega and Rattlesnake with a save with that revitalizer. Also Nikara. Unfortunately, I will not have the Odin for this bonus, but I kind of want to go for it early so that I won't have to deal with it later, so I can go for the full clear a little more quickly. Odin's back. Oh, I lost 2 Colossus here to Immortals. I actually didn't realize that Immortals were still alive. That was annoying. The good news is I still have a Reaver and it's still doing tremendous damage to this bonus right here. Okay, waves over here. That's walking straight into my Odin. I'm walking my Outlaws behind so they won't shoot much, and most of the damage will go to the Odin, which now has 23 kills. I have an SCV here, another one here. To spot for future attack waves, so I can just airlift that spot in case it's needed. Now I can see it on the minimap. Let the Odin fight. The Reaver behind, supporting. Nikara healing. Rattlesnake also healing. That's great. This is good. It's working out pretty well so far. SCV just showing up. Oh, that's a split wave. We gotta finish off this wave and then fly to the other side to clean out that wave immediately. And pick up and land. Make these guys not a thing. I think I lost the Reaver here, which is unfortunate. Oh, now I don't have an Odin anymore, which means I gotta just go for it. I just gotta go for it conventionally. I just whack these guys. I get Emergence and Archon, which means they are prime targets for mind control, because they are massive ground units. These guys might help out, if nothing else, to tank damage. Another wave. Heading over here. Ooh, Odin's once again ready. Ooh. Odin deals so much damage. I actually got an observer this time. That's neat. Observer will allow me to spot for attack waves and stuff. That's great. Oh, I have a second one actually.
Hostile forces are zeroing in on our base. Keep your eyes peeled.
Waves on the way. Ooh. Those Archons disappeared right away. My goodness. That didn't last long. Now the good news is I am ready to fight, so I teleport to this spot and just take it for... Oh, I do have an Archon here. Nice. I want to take that Colossus though. Where is Vega? I think she's too far behind. Oh, it's on cooldown. That's unfortunate. That is actually unfortunate. Mind control this Colossus. Unfortunately, it goes down quickly. And now, the mind control is once again on cooldown. And Observer here, just providing great vision to the spot. Meanwhile, Tychus doing a lot of the work. Odin might actually despawn soon, so I gotta be faster at clearing.
Commanders, bots. Ooh, those are mine.
Ooh.
And they have terrazine. I've got almost all the terrazine I need. Keep it
Yeah,
up,
I got a few seconds to wait. Okay, I actually managed to steal that Colossus. Now it's gonna do damage for my team, Team Tychus. Odin's once again ready. Mind control another Colossus. Unfortunately, the medivac platform is on cooldown. I will not be able to rescue the Colossus that I have been getting.
These are the last of the geysers, the last of their kind.
I probably won't count it toward loss, but I'll definitely count it toward kills. Because any bit of help that the Odin get will be great. Odin is a fantastic unit. The thing is, it doesn't have 100% uptime. That's the main thing I got going against it. Also, it's gonna get quickly overshadowed by Tychus and the gang. Tychus is just so strong that the Odin feels almost like an afterthought if it doesn't have the nuke, but not really. But sort of.
Upgrade complete.
Now we're waiting for the last set of bots. You can see these bots are ready to harvest. They'll fly toward these spots as highlighted on the minimap. And we need to protect those bots from any waves.
Built these bots myself in a cave with a box of
Nice,
storage.
got another kill for the
So
Odin.
I'd appreciate it if they came back intact.
Got this Colossus over here. Oh, nice.
The enemy clearly intends to attack my bots. Don't.
Ooh, Colossus and Odin doing great together. Oh, now it's just the Colossus alone. Oh, I gotta support that. That's gonna be a bit embarrassing. If it's the Colossus alone, it's gonna look like I left it alone to die. I don't want to be an Arcturus. I'm a Tychus. Okay. Odin over here. Getting ready to delete everything. Oh, the repair's pretty nice actually. Look at that. SCV repairing. And apparently, the Odin also gets upgrades that I got from my forces. That's great. It also gets engineering bay upgrades. That's fantastic. The repair, all is good. Don't have to worry about the Odin going down. Ooh, another wave. Nice. That's a great spawn location for that wave. I don't have to fly anymore. That's gonna allow me to bank more. Ooh, that's some splash damage. That's great splash damage. Nice. Very clean. So once again, I'm grouping them up so I can airlift them to the next spot and have the Odin fight. You can see I'm retreating my non-massive units and non-healers. That is not their job. The goal is to get the massive units all the help they can get to score well in this comparison video. There's a wave spawning here. Will be intercepted. Pretty good spot for a revitalizer. You can see this over here, healing the two dudes. A bit far enough forward that the Odin and the Colossus can walk a little bit. Look at this money I'm floating. My goodness. Alright. I actually don't have an Odin available at the moment, so I'll have to fight this conventionally with my regular forces. That's the problem with Tychus. He doesn't have permanent uptime for his Odin. That would have been great. This would be a great time for a nuke, to be honest. Oh well. We're going for steady value over here. And steady value it is. Odin now has 13 kills. Delete these Archons. Meanwhile, I teleport Odin over here because it's more important. Meaning there are more units here to fight. Perfect. Now, all I have to do is kind of wait until the map ends. Rocks going down to pad the stats a little bit of my massive units. They won't win. They pretty much have no chance of winning, but you know, I just want to give them a fair shot because I kind of stretched the abilities of my commanders, or rather the previous commanders. These bots now have full bellies, purple, glowing, Terzine, and last one's going in. And that is the mission.
Don't you ever say I ain't good at what I do.
Alright, now let's see the score screen. Okay, here we have the spreadsheet. Life yield minus 623. I don't know how that works. I have no idea how that works. Damage taken by harvesters 263. Slightly better than Stukov, so that's nice. Full map clear and all bots saved. Damage. I will add the Odin. That's 46.9%. I'll add the Colossus, 5.9%. I'll add the Archon, 1.6%. I believe the Coop Caster Tychus is when the Odin drops out of the sky, so I will add that. 1.7%. And the Reaver, of course, 2.3%. I believe that's all the ground massive units that I have. 58%. Respectable, actually. It's actually not the lowest. Unless we don't count the one where Vorzune's Archons alone didn't count. But yeah, if we count this, then Tychus isn't the Odin isn't the lowest. But it's kind of the nature of the challenge. They don't really get a permanent uptime, so that kind of happens. Survival likes. All right, let's move on to the other score screen. Okay, I did lose the Odin once. Those were all timeouts, so kills wise, 50%. Nice. Odin outkilled Tychus. That's awesome. Colossus 6%. Huh. What is the remaining percentage? Okay, adding all these together, that's 90%. So I have 10% to distribute between Colossus, Reavers. I think the Zealots had a couple kills. How much do I allocate for the Archons, the Reavers that I had? Do I just give them 5%? Who else did I have? I also had Vega. Vega was also helping. So you know what? I'll give him 5% kills for that. I'll give you guys 5% for the Archons and the Reavers. Okay, now we're at 7.17, which is admittedly not great, but you guys can actually push Tychus past Artanis. Artanis had a dismal score because his Archons kept dying. And also, Zagara had a terrible score because of aberrations dying. And that's kind of how they work. So unfortunately, they don't score well in this metric. They're not terrible, but they just don't score well in this metric. But you guys have a job. You can actually push Tychus's Odin past Artanis and possibly past Phoenix. It'll be a lot of votes to get past Phoenix, I think. 90% or something. Well, not 90. 85? 84. If 84% of you guys like Tychus's Odin, you can actually get him above Phoenix, but it'll be up to you guys. Tomorrow, a poll will come up asking you guys if you like the Odin relative to Tychus's, or rather, relative to the other commanders' big ground units. So vote on that, and I will see you guys next time.